What? Excellent. He doesn't cry, so it doesn't hurt him. He's my cat. And
Yo, Remy, what it do? What it do, man? These motherfuckers have fucked up my draft strategy, man. I don't know who I'm gonna pick. I truly don't know who I'm going. I have to go D tackle again. We gonna see though. We gonna see. I don't know, man. Like going D tackle. I feel like these dudes is picking all of my players, bro. Like, all my players, bro. I think we gonna go Dexter Lawrence. Get us another pick here soon. May have to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my second pick. All right, man. The bad things about these drafts, now I basically gotta wait 2 rounds to draft again. But I do like draft. I can't say I like drafting late, but you basically can draft 2 players at a time. So yeah, after you make them 2 picks, it's a long wait. Really was surprised Sauce fell that far. I thought about getting him, but I need to make sure my pass rush is there. You know. Yeah, man, these fucking fantasy drafts be, slow as hell, man. Yeah, yeah, hey, that's a bet, man. That's a bet. I know this shit is a long, drawn out process type shit. But shit, bro, actually give me just a minute. I mean, I just been sitting here, but I've been having it muted type shit because I mean it ain't much. But give me just a minute and I'll be right back, bro. All right, I'm back. I'm back, man. And yeah, we went with old Jair. I felt like at this spot, it was either him or one of those safeties, Derwin James or Antoine Winfield. And I just felt like, or AJ Brown. I was thinking about AJ, but I feel like Jair in the long run would be the best uh, selection. Which he's a little bit on the slower side for me. I do like my cornerbacks to be fast. At least, at least 93, 94 speed. But but yeah, that X factor kind of can make up for it, to be honest. Definitely gonna have to start focusing on offense though. I've been defensive heavy, but I did get my quarterback. So but yeah, man, now it's about building out this squad. Now it's that great waiting game. Who you picking next? I mean, shit, I don't know, bro. I try not to even like until it gets within 15, 10 picks or so. I try not to even really look and put my focus on somebody. Because you got so many picks and you know, thinking you're gonna get somebody, if I would have looked and been like, okay, I'm gonna get Xavier McKinney, then he go next. Like, wait till it get closer. Who you choosing for would you choosing for QB? I already picked the QB. I got CJ, bro. You know, I would have got my Texans, but the dude that's on the Texans, we got to going back and forth. He claimed him or whatever. So yeah, I'm Texas. So I seen I could get CJ, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get CJ. Yeah, Stroud. So yeah, I mean, quarterback I already picked. That's the only offensive player I got though. Over B Dimes, yeah, man. It's like it's so for my team, because I'm the GM. So in my organization, like we got a sign at the door that says, to be a QB on this ride, you gotta be over this mark, right? You know what I mean? Like they got at the theme parks and shit. Like he's not tall enough to get on that ride. You know what I mean? He ain't tall enough, bro. Also won Heisman. Don't forget that. Hey, nah, I respect it, man. I respect it. So did Johnny Manziel, man. Nah, bringing up Johnny is crazy. Nah, I mean, now Bryce definitely had a better career than Johnny, I'd say. But just saying, he did win the Heisman. What happened to him anyway? Shit, he just played himself out the league. You know what I mean? He wasn't he wasn't effective. You know what I mean? And then you know when you bring that extra publicity, you gotta kind of overperform. You know what I mean? If it's more, you know, all of the different stories and shit going on that can hurt a locker room, you got to be able to go above and beyond to be accepted. And he wasn't able to do that. I mean, and also though, in all fairness, Johnny Manziel didn't have a Rico Dow to save their career because that's still kind of a lot of what Because I didn't from looking at it though, Rico is the one that's really like changing shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what's wild about football. Like who would even, and I'm sure you as a Panthers fan probably still wasn't coming into the season saying, Rico Dow is gonna lead us to the promised land. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's the crazy shit about football. So here I might go O line. I get 2 picks, so I'm probably looking to go O line and you already. Oh, it's not a lot left, but not a lot left here. But we gonna make it work. Panthers have hidden talents. Hey man, Rico was definitely hidden, wasn't he? That was the league best kept secret, I guess. Probably go Sam right there. He only 24. And then Trey Smith. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward. Oh, Trey already got picked. Never mind. Maybe Joe. Or James Cook, actually. Sam and James Cook, I'm guessing. Thank you, Jerry Jones. Hope you live for eternity. Hey, man. Yeah, he played for them for a couple years, right? And he wasn't. That's what's crazy about football, though. He wasn't. He got his opportunity now, though, and he damn sure taking advantage of that shit. I seen some shit that was kind of going over the last 2 minutes of the game type shit. Um, and yeah, it was showing he had like what, like 150 on the ground, 2 touchdowns type shit. What's a sports conspiracy you 100% believe, no matter what anyone says in any sport? I mean, the initial, um, in basketball being for sure rigged on some levels in terms of some of them, like especially going back to like the Rasheed Wallace era, like the league definitely wanted LeBron. They wanted LeBron to become that chosen one. So early on, I think it was a conspiracy from the referees to make sure he got to that point. Now again, what I was talking to Remy about earlier, it's hard to discredit LeBron for that. I wasn't around to see Jordan, but I know that they changed a lot of the rules for Jordan. So it's easily believed that they could have gave him, a lot of those calls and shit that LeBron got. But yeah, sports conspiracy, I'd say that, the league helped LeBron get to a championship. You know what I mean? After, not to discredit his greatness, but that I truly believe. You know what I mean? Like they had that like one of those referees that ended up going to jail for that shit. But I don't think he was a lot. I think he was moving more individually, but as a collective, I believe the same thing was going on. Oh, I'm up right now.
Oh, you have to walk me.
Oh, well, I think that still goes on today. For instance, every Lakers superstar has won a title. It's only a matter of when, not if. The NBA decides to give Luka his rings. Nah, I respect it, man, because the the league and the NFL, all that shit is a business first. So they're definitely gonna look to uh, to do whatever they feel is in the best interest of their business, and having their best stars win. I do think is on that level. Here, Madonna, he's one and done contract. Yeah, nah, that's definitely that should definitely be terrorizing for the Panthers. You know what I mean? Right now, you think Jake Paul buying out his fights? Well, of course. I think that what we getting with the Jake Paul fights is more of it's like wrestling. I think that it's a boxing form of wrestling. It's more about the entertainment from it. It's more about everything that goes around the fights as much as the fights themselves. You know what I mean? So I think it's like boxing version of wrestling. Because after this season, motherfuckers calling for him. Yeah, nah, he's earned some money, and but at the same time, for him, is probably a bit because running back is just such a position that's not highly valued. So, but if he keep balling like he balling, somebody definitely gonna pay him. You know what I mean? Somebody definitely gonna pay him. What you think about Jerry Jones saying I asked them for one big favor once, and ever since then I've been trying to get a lot of favors. Conspiracy that he sold his soul for a Super Bowl win. Sold his soul like in like to the devil or like the Cowboys won't win again until he dies. Well, I mean, the Cowboys not winning is a lot of in regards to his decision making. If you ask me, like they didn't make the best decisions. Uh, and case in point would be the Michael Parsons situation. You know what I mean? Like you never see superstars leave their teams like that. Uh, so that I think speaks to the culture that Jerry Jones has in regards to how he chooses and when he chooses to pay players. It's like they pay players that don't help them win, and then they have players that do help them win, and he don't want to pay them. So it's weird. But yeah, I don't know. But in terms of that first statement, Swish, I'm not familiar with the quote or the context. So when you're saying that he sold his soul for Super Bowl wins, if you mean like to like on some supernatural shit, then yeah, that's crazy. Because we had Mike in a box this game. I mean, I ain't watched the game, man. So I can't say. I know from in that fourth quarter when they showed Bryce stats. I know that in the fourth quarter on a 2 minute drive, bro had like 83 yards. Like I was like, damn. So I ain't watched the game. So yeah, yeah, to me it seemed like it was Rico. You know what I mean? They showed Bryce with like 80 some yards, and they showed Rico with 150 and 2 touchdowns. But in all fairness, I didn't watch the game. I only, you know what I mean, seen like the highlight portion type shit. Uh, it was very windy. Okay, yeah, I seen that from the end. Because the dudes, they was steady talking about whether or not the Packers should have like went for two, um, instead of tying the game up type shit. And I think in that situation they probably should have. That affected the play calling. Yeah. Nah, I can dig it. Definitely tough in them situations where it's like looked like it was maybe a little rainy and windy and shit like that. Man, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do with receiver, bro. My receiver's gonna be hella slow. My receiver's gonna be hella slow. I at least need one good route runner that can beat man coverage. So I'm probably gonna have to look to go receiver on uh, this next pick. I'll probably have to be receiver, and I would like to get a O lineman, a superstar O lineman. That helps to be able to see the blitzes and shit on third down. But then we gotta definitely start looking to filling out our defense. It's like, man, building these teams, man. It's like you want everybody to be great, but you got to pick and choose when you choose to pick players. I mean, I do think we got a good foundation though. James Cook is a good running back. I got a good tight end. Got a good quarterback. Well, selling your soul is more of doing something against your morals to gain something. Jones most likely got a Super Bowl wins for doing something in return for him. That's been going on. Well, I mean, yeah, from an organizational standpoint, like we was talking about, like it's not, it's not. I don't think it's much of a secret on so many levels. Like you look at how, when LeBron left the Cavaliers, they got the number one pick right after, right? Luca left the Mavericks, they got the number one pick right after. So I think it's like they be like moving shit around on so many levels. You know what I mean? They'll be like, okay, we gonna do this for the league, but we gonna give you this in compensation. Um, and yeah, the Cowboys was America's team. You know what I mean? So I would be shocked that, but you gotta also look at the talent. You know what I mean? Like when they won, like they had Deion Sanders and Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith, and Troy Aikman. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like they didn't have the talent, but um, have you somebody has Christian Gonzalez? Yeah, Christian Gonzalez he went super early. He like 96 speed. So yeah, he went super early. He went in the first top. He was the top 10 pick type shit. Have you seen the Ricky Williams cover with Mike Dicker right now? You talking about when Ricky Williams was in the dress type shit, the wedding dress or something like that? Right now, you have him 12 foot. Yeah. I'm familiar with that whole situation. He didn't leave the league right after that though, to be honest. Um, because Mike Dicker. Well, I think he did right. He left for a while and came back. But I mean, he still finished out that season. I think. Yeah, that was wild. That was definitely wild. Yeah, that was definitely wild. I know Mike Dicker gave up though his whole draft. Literally gave up the whole draft. What are your thoughts on that? Uh, in terms of, I mean, Ricky damn show being highly in what's the word for it? Like if Ricky didn't want to do it, he shouldn't have done it. He was a grown man, you know what I mean? But either way it go, it was some bad decision making going on in that. You know what I mean? Like that was definitely I can like the concept was saying that those two was married together, right? Like if if Ricky didn't succeed, then Dicker wasn't gonna succeed. But yeah, looking back on it, like as a grown man, it ain't much that life could do to put me in a wedding dress and standing besides a dude. You know what I mean? That's whole masturbation black man thing, you know. Well, yeah, now that goes a lot deeper than Ricky Williams. You know what I mean? Like that that's more of a cultural thing that come from Hollywood and shit like that. But but no, but Ricky Williams still was a grown man that you know they don't make you, they can't, you know what I mean, they, it's just the money, bro. Like the money is what corrupts everything, right? So if they telling you, you know, I give you $3 million to do this, and you're like, nah, man, I ain't doing that, and they come back and say I give you $4 million. I mean, at the end of the day, most of us are, you know, corruptible based on the dollar amount. You know what I mean? So if anything, I still, you have to blame the individuals. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I look at it from like, you know, because you can decide to not do something. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody put no gun to your head or, you know what I mean, nothing like that. It ain't no supernatural force. You know what I mean? If you don't, will ruin your career. It's a lot harder though. It's so a lot of that is in Hollywood because, you know, those Hollywood actors are a lot more at risk, right, of how their peers and their contemporaries view them. But when you're an athlete, you're not bound by those same, you know, those the same things. You know what I mean? Because your physical performance is gonna dictate that. Ricky Williams was a #1 pick in a draft. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't. I think that. I think those are. It's the same thing, but it's separate from what be going on in Hollywood. You know what I mean? You know, sure, stakes in he didn't want to risk. Yeah, the money, bro. Like his agent was telling him, "Hey, man, you know they gonna drop this bag off," and you know he made that decision. He was about against AB. He didn't want to throw him about because he got more money. Well, no, yeah, that's facts. That's business. That's business. You know what I mean? They be having them incentives in their contracts on, you know, if you get to this point, yeah. So no, that's definitely business, and that definitely was going on. That's why they wanted him to sit out the game. You know what I mean? They didn't want him to get the incentives because, you know, they didn't feel like he deserved it, I guess. You know what I mean? NFL is Hollywood. No, it is. It's just the athletes have a little bit more control over their destiny. You know what I mean? I mean, the high tier athletes, don't get me wrong. If you're mid tier, low tier, you have a lot less control regardless of your athletic ability. But when you're when there's a lot of eyes on you, you have control, you have power. Now football has a little bit less than basketball, but somebody like Ricky Williams at that point, like I say, Ricky had control over his narrative. You know what I mean? But of course, the money, man, the money that they offered him to do that, whether he wanted to do it or not, he felt like he couldn't turn it down. And you know, that's to each his own. You know, we all got to look ourselves in the mirror. What you think about Brady always being a witch? Which years he win and which years he wouldn't? I can't speak to some. To, you know, I'm not familiar, bro. I can't even say. I know you talking about the supermodel chick, or is it somebody else we talking about? Because he won before he met her. That's kind of how he got her. You know what I mean? So if nothing else, she, you know. Trust and believe he would not have gotten to her if he wasn't a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Well, of course, bro. Like, you know, I mean, that's his wife. You know what I mean? But I think that on some levels, you know, you gotta take certain things with a grain of salt. That don't, you know what I mean? That don't mean she's an actual witch, bro. You know what I mean? Uh, That don't mean she was performing satanic rituals that ensured his success. You know what I mean? That's his wife, bro. You know what I mean? Or his ex-wife, the mother of his children. Uh, their conversations could be a lot more complex. I mean, says witchcraft helped him win games. Yeah, no, again, bro, in the English language, though, not everything is taken literally, I would say. You know what I mean? I would say that, things can be taken out of context. Uh, uh, it's a real quote. No, I don't doubt the quote. What I'm saying is the context of the quote and the rationale behind the belief in witchcraft. You don't think these athletes perform rituals to win? Rituals? No. I mean, well, yes, rituals, yes, because a person can have their own routine that they do, right? And one could view that as a ritual. I don't know the actual definition of ritual, but because some people could have, their religious beliefs, right? And the irony to life, the thing about life, right, is when you win, you thank God, right? And so that is the concept of saying that God helped you win, right? But and I'm not gonna get into that, bro. I don't think that. Yeah. Uh, let me get it. Let me kind of steer away from that. I mean, she does witchcraft. There's no way around it. Uh, well, no. So you believe it? Let me ask you this: you believe in actual witches? Like you believe in witchcraft? Uh, yeah, I think that question. You believe in witchcraft? Easy had to change quick. I mean, bro, I don't know how, I don't want to get too, philosophical up in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, man, like the irony of life, man, is, you know, 1,000 years ago, man, if you said that God told you to do something, people will say you was a prophet. 200 years ago, if you said God told you to do something, they'll think you was a witch and they'll burn your ass at the stake. And today, if somebody tell you that God told them to do something, you would say they crazy as hell. So life is up to each person's interpretation. You know what I mean? Is the best. I wouldn't say anybody's right, anybody's wrong. We just have different interpretations. I think is the best way. Let me answer a question with a question. You don't believe there are stronger forces behind what we can comprehend, and that some people have knowledge and access to it? That's a broad statement. It is. Um, so do I believe that there are stronger forces beyond what we can comprehend without a thousand percent, and that some people have knowledge and access to it? That is the last part of the statement is what I would say is incorrect for us. I don't think that we have true knowledge and access to the things that really govern our universe or what we know to be a universe. I think that a lot of people have their own ideas of what they believe, right? And that's how you get cults. Um, you get cults that'll get together and believe that the world is finna end, and they can convince themselves to commit mass deletion of each other, right? Um, so what people believe can be strong. That don't mean it's true though. You know what I mean? So it's a broad statement though. That's a broad statement. Um, especially rich people. Yeah, no, I don't. I think that. Yeah, no, I don't think so. When I write people access to forbidden knowledge, what's feel it was not. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, because coming up, you know, I'm old enough to remember when the whole Illuminati was like a big thing, right? And so anybody that was successful was a part of this Illuminati, right? And what even at that time, what I would say is that yes, if you're saying that the richest people in the world get together and they're friends with each other, just like some of the brokest people in the world are friends, and middle class people are friends with other middle class people. Yes, rich people get together and they have shindigs. You know what I mean? They enjoy life. Uh, and they have some weird shit going on, right? They definitely have some weird shit going on. But the supernatural aspect of it is hard for me at this point to truly get behind. You know what I mean? I don't think that just, you know, I done seen some of the shit where they like dancing around fire or some shit like that. Oh man, we kind of, whoo, we 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 in a bad spot, man. I ain't gonna lie, we in a bit of a bad spot. All right, I got Harrison. I was definitely. Do you not believe in Illuminati? But that's the thing. The concept of the Illuminati is like some of the richest people getting together and dancing naked around fires and shit. Of course, I believe that. I just don't believe that. I just don't believe it's a lot of supernatural aspects to it. Hey, all right, man. We got your boy McMillan, man. Up. Um, I think I'm gonna go Montez, man. 28. We're gonna go Montez. T Mac, yeah, yeah, man. This is I don't know, man. We definitely we I don't know. I don't know. When it comes to this team, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to have a good draft, is all I can say. You know. Which I rarely win in these leagues. Nah, I got Montez. Yeah, yeah, I got Montez. I would say I rarely win year one anyway. Like I have to build up my teams. So yeah, yeah. Definitely I don't think I'm gonna be able to win year one. I'm not gonna have a true number one receiver. Like T Mac is cool or McMillan is cool, but he's not a true number one. So But it's we gonna make it work. We definitely gonna make it work year one, and I just gotta find me a true number one receiver. Or yeah, I can't even see him developing into a real number one because he only 89 speed. So yeah, we ain't gonna have much deep threats. Not gonna have much of a deep threat. And I still ain't got no O lineman. I missed out on all of the damn O linemen. So yeah, man, this is not an ideal draft for me by any means. Like, not even a little bit. Sheesh, yeah, man. But you know, we gonna make it work. You know, it's gonna be a lot worse for a lot of the people that I play against than me. But in terms of winning the Super Bowl, I don't know. I don't know that I've been able to put together a Super Bowl winning squad. You know what I mean? O line more important than D line? Hell nah, not even close. On this game, it's not even close. You want a good O line, but O line is just Madden has not figured out how to make O linemen. So on so many levels, a good O line and a bad O line, it's not a big difference between them. To be honest, especially when you take, like I say, like I was hoping to get damned O linemen, but you still won't. I'm still finna start getting O linemen here soon, but but um but yeah, no, D line for me, the way I play the game, D line is way more important. Not even close. Jackson Dart and JJ back to back. Oh, JJ, that's a Texans too. I'm gonna be on his top. I told him every time I see him is up. You know what I mean? Every time I see bro is up. I'm talking about all the way is up and it's stuck, man. Straight up. For the next 2 seasons, until they reboot this bitch again, is up. I swear for Lord. I swear for Lord. That's why I'm the coach right now. I went the Colts because I was like, bro, I'm going to play you twice a year and I'm gonna smash you twice a year, brother. Straight up. So all that shit I'm talking about me not winning the Super Bowl, that ain't got nothing to do with when I play the Texans, nigga. When I play the Texans, I'm Super Bowl caliber like a motherfucker. They drafted JJ. Yeah, he gonna regret that shit when TJ Watt breathing on it. We breathing on shit. You feel me? I know these boys going slow as hell, man. Nigga said on site. Facts, bro. That's facts. I told him that shit and I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna try my best to keep my word on that one. Definitely the only reason I'm on the Colts, man. So what happened? Well, like, so when they first put the league info up, I just hopped on and I jumped on the Texans. Now they had a tab in the Discord that said open teams, right? And people was putting their teams as they, when they chose who they was gonna pick or whatever. Um, I kind of didn't think nothing of it because at the time, um, like I say, when I got on it, nobody like it was when they kind of first had put it up, right? So then here comes today. Uh, Apparently, the dude that's on the Texas had put into the open teams that he was picking the Texans, right? Nobody, I guess, thought to look into the league and see that I was already on it. So it was kind of back and forth. And then the commish was kind of in the middle, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, because it's fantasy draft, so truly it's not a big deal because it's just the uniform. But he was like steady, like whining about it and all the extra shit. So the commish was like, he'll give us an extra, whoever choose somebody other than the Texans, he'll give us an extra superstar. So I was like, fuck it, man. I'll just switch and go to the coast so I can bust his ass twice a year and I get an extra superstar type shit. Uh, so yeah, but that's kind of the gist of it. You know what I mean? But this has probably been one of my worst drafts in like in a while. Because usually people kind of draft in a way that is different from the way I draft. So yeah, man, it seemed like a lot of people took a lot of players that generally would be there later. You know what I mean? Like they took a lot of players early. They usually wait till later to get. Uh, and so some part of it is quite a bit of new people in the league, and also the people that's been in these leagues. I think they've kind of picked up on how I put together these teams as well. And, in a situation where they tired of losing to me, it's better to just pick my players, I guess. You know what I mean? And some levels just also just getting picked 30 where I'm at in the draft and you know how I put the team together. I may have made some decisions that I could have waited on my quarterback. I definitely could have waited and maybe even still got CJ. Uh, so yeah, in all fairness though, I'm the one that's been drafted. So, you definitely can argue Jair could have been somebody else. So, so yeah, though, man. I don't know, man. It's definitely a weird draft. You know what I mean? Bit of a weird draft, and it's going slow as hell. That part.
swinging.
Why ain't that bitch swinging?
Why ain't that pick swinging, nigga? Too hot. I'm tired, boss.
He said it's too hot, boss. He tired.
Too hot. He tired.
Uh-huh.
You tell that lazy jigaboo the state of Mississippi ain't interested in his meteorological assessment.
Listen up, Jigaboo. State of Mississippi ain't interested in your meteorological assessments.
You tell him the state of Mississippi is only interested in getting this here ditch cleared by sundown.
State of Mississippi want this here ditch cleared by sundown. You got that, boy.
All right, I think I gotta go. Gotta go Shaheed right here. If he's there, I gotta go Shaheed. Gotta get some speed, man. He's not a true 91. I mean, not a true number one receiver, but I gotta get some speed. I got to. So. Really I gotta get a lot of shit, bro. Gotta get me really need a cornerback with some speed. Damn, I go Chase. I should have went Chase Young. I think I'm gonna go. I gotta start getting the O line. Go Charles Cross. Watch they not be showing me and somebody. Okay. I don't know why it does this, bro. Pretty much after every pick, I gotta back out. EA Sports, man, $1 billion company. Be right back, man. All right, my bad, my bad. All right, man. And I don't know what we gonna do, man. We 2 hours into this whole, and we technically not even halfway. Yo, long shirt. What it do? What it do, man? Got this fantasy draft going right now. Filling out the squad right now. This will be my third offensive lineman taken. I only need two more of them. we pretty much have the core of the team. I need one more receiver, one more cornerback, two more linemen, basically three more safeties. Oh, two more safeties and a good linebacker. Shit long as hell to smoke my whole blunt. Oh man, it's definitely long as hell. You can smoke a few of them motherfuckers, man. Shit, we damn near 3 hours into this motherfucker. And got about 6 more rounds to go. They say 22. Oh yeah, about 6 more to go, man. You damn sure almost done, man. I know I need one more cornerback, 2 more offensive linemen, and 2 safeties, and a kicker. All those things I'm straight. So yeah, man, almost done though. Getting there. But in all fairness, I mean, a full draft of 22 players, 22 rounds, generally it's gonna go about 3.5 hours. Because football is 11 players on each side. So to do a full draft, you kind of want to go a full 22 type shit. And I'm just like, it's one of them things to where as long as we're as everybody's drafting, I kind of want to be drafting my team. Now, if they was to just sim this shit for everybody, I wouldn't be mad, right? But yeah, I don't like to like exit before that whole done because I feel like you giving other people a competitive advantage. The CPU definitely draft dumb as hell. Almost there. Well, the only thing I'm kind of like, because we get devs in this league, so I get 3 age reductions. I know I'm putting the age reduction on TJ Watt and on who else? No, TJ getting one and Jair getting one. Like them two is guaranteed. The third one though, not entirely sure. He's 28. He's 28. I'm leaning towards Montez just because Darius Slayton. I don't know. I don't know that Darius is going to be that answer in that third receiver spot. He can be replaced. Montez, though, I'm probably going to use it on Montez. Damn, you still drafting, bro. As I was just saying to Swish, like, to go a full 22 rounds, which is what we supposed to do, is usually around 3.5 hours. So of course, this motherfucker wasn't the fastest draft you'll ever see in your life, but it is kind of rounding out to around the normal time. As long as we can kind of speed run through these last 6 rounds, the next 30 minutes, then it ain't the worst draft I've ever experienced. But they damn sure need to speed run through these last ones at this point. If you squeeze out the 4 hours, then you overdoing it. Like, you doing a little much. We in this bitch for 4 hours. Definitely be forgetting how long these shits be though. And it makes it even longer. I think because of like where my draft spot is at, it makes it seem longer. For me, I'm probably not for y'all, but for me, it definitely makes it longer because when you pick late in the draft, because it's a snake draft, right? It means I'm basically picking 2 picks back to back, basically, and then waiting a full 2 rounds to pick again. You know what I mean? So kind of makes it seem a little bit longer than it actually is if I was more in the middle where you kind of constantly every round pretty much you picking. I think it goes faster when it's like that. And I really think I prefer to be in the middle. Either the middle or the very beginning where you get a great quarterback. But if you're not gonna get one of those first couple picks, I think the middle is the best spot to be. What I need a cornerback, probably O line. Crazy Tua is still here, man. I would have fucked around and got Tua if I'd have known that. I mean, he's not the ideal pick by no means, but he's serviceable. Bro. Hey, and I thought that'd be quicker, but nah, he's 30. God damn, what? Look like we going Cam Jurgens, man. Cam didn't get my last cornerback. From there, just need me a couple safeties. Kicker. You know, hope you guys can you done for the night. Well, I'm gonna have to. I plan on playing a little bit of Undisputed tonight, type shit. So I'm hoping they hurry up and get done with this though. Cause I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna eat some dinner, type shit. You know what I mean? But I was gonna eat and then hop on Undisputed for a little bit. You know what I mean? Man, it's crazy. I feel like man, I must be getting old, man. I feel like I remember when he came in the league. Now he's 27. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I think. Oh shit, I'm on the clock. Yeah, let's go, Kobe. Go, Kobe. All right, so I need one more O lineman and two safeties and a kicker. And that'll be my 22. gotta be devoted to do this for real. Hey man, like, it definitely ain't the funnest shit in the world. But yeah, football is a lot about team building, on so many levels, and these fantasies is the ultimate team building experience. So yeah, to enjoy these franchises, you would have to have some bit of enjoyment for building a team. Uh, so yeah, I can see that. It's definitely, I mean, for someone who don't play Madden franchise, yeah, they probably wouldn't be able to have the patience to sit through this shit. But you sit for these 3.5 hours, and then you're gonna have that team for 2, 3 seasons. You know what I mean? Depending on how long until the league redo it, right? Um, so it's important. Yeah, but some people don't. Some people will just uh, maybe draft a couple players and then let the CPU draft for them. And a lot of those people, they end up losing, and then you blame your team. But if you sit here and draft those players, well, I can't say that because a lot of people will sit for 3 hours, draft every player on their team, lose one game, and rage quit. You know what I mean? So, but the way I look at it, you know what I mean? You're drafting that team. So if someone's to blame, it's kind of on you. You know what I mean? If you come out with a bad team. But yeah, no, it definitely takes a little bit of do you ever get generational picks? Well, so that's more for regular drafts. So this is a fantasy draft. So look at it from the standpoint of all of the players in the league is put into a draft, and all the teams are redone, right? But yeah, if you talking about like the college draft, then yeah, in that college draft you'll have generational players. Even if it's built into the game system, so even if you let the CPU create your draft classes, you will have those generational players every now and again. It's not every draft, but yeah, you definitely can find those hidden gems and whatnot. You know what I mean? But like I say, that's a bit of a different. That's the college draft. This is a fantasy draft. So we fantasy draft the teams. Then you're gonna go through a whole season. Then you'll do a college draft and all of that. But yeah, these fantasy drafts can be oh damn man, you got college drafts too. Yeah, they got you're gonna draft college players, or the video games. It's not like well, it is technically connected to the college now, but yeah, you're gonna go through and do a college draft and whatnot. Yeah, I have at least one of them because I know one of my leagues, the Dolphins league, is in the playoffs right now. Actually, I got another league that's in the playoffs. I'm just not in the playoffs. So I got two teams that's in the playoffs right now, and after that, then after the playoffs is over, then we'll do free agency and then the college draft type shit. So if you come through, you'll be able to see that, which is a little bit of a different draft, of course, because it's not a fantasy draft; it's college, so it's not. It's a lot more unknowns when you're drafting college players. With this, we're drafting all of the players that's already in the league now, so you're kind of knowing what you're getting when you draft. Isn't the NFL draft about this long in real life? I know NBA draft kind of quick. Well, nah, I mean the NFL draft, that shit take days. Yeah, I mean you got day one, day two, and day three of the NFL draft. That shit takes literal days. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, the NBA draft is a lot quicker because it's only what 3 rounds? Is it 3 rounds or 2 rounds? I think it's on 2 rounds, right? I think it's on 2 rounds in the NBA draft, where NFL got you go. How many drafts in the college draft? I think it's 7 rounds. Yeah, in the college drafts, I think it's 7 rounds. 6 or 7, 6 or 7, one of them two. But yeah, NBA I think is just only 2 rounds. And also it's less teams in the NBA than in NFL. Not a lot. I think it's 30 teams in the NBA and 32 in the NFL. But you know, oh shit, I'm tweaking. I need a right tackle. Oh, I'm on the clock. Oh, yeah, I'm on the clock. Oh, come on, Austin Jackson. You're 26. That's not the best pick in the world, but I'm on the clock. All right, now we need a safety. Who is this? We're gonna go Javon Bullard. He got pretty good hit power, 87. Yeah, he's gonna be a sub for me. Bro, if he picked my safety, bro, I can't even see this shit. So I don't even know who's picked what. This is $1 billion company. Like, and I be like, we talk a lot of shit about Steel City, but this game here is $1 billion company, and they still got all type of unnecessary bugs and just things that make you feel like, how the fuck is this game not, like, how is that not fixed? Like, crazy. Like, I low key wanna pick Tua, um, cause they in the chat, cause I'm like, bro, like, y'all sleeping on Tua, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, you picking the quarterback. Like, Tua ain't the best quarterback, but bro, I got Tua in 2 different leagues, and I win with him. So I know you can win with Tua, but I ain't gonna. Cause I got CJ, so I'm gonna stick with CJ. I low key kind of want to get him, but I might get him the next league we do this. Next time we do this league, I'm gonna get to it. I watch you, Brian. That's a bet, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through. You know, usually it's at least a little bit. I can say it's at least a little bit more entertaining, usually, than this. You know what I mean? These fantasy drafts definitely ain't the most entertaining shit in the world. Do you play with custom sliders? Well, I'm in these online franchises, and so I kind of just go with whatever settings they got, type shit. Uh, so yeah, I think they kind of tweak the sliders a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I just load up and play and put belt ass. You know what I mean? I don't be too invested in that part. So yeah, yeah. But it's it's a online franchise. 32 users type shit, and whatever the commissions put on it. You know what I mean? Whatever they do, that's what I rock with. But ain't none of my leagues said anything about that, to be honest. So I think it's probably the generic sliders type shit. Because I feel like I know back in the day, like a couple years ago, you kind of had to do that to have a somewhat enjoyable experience with that shit. But I feel like these days they kind of got it balanced out a little bit, so you really ain't got to go through all of the extra motions. That's why I don't trip on. You know what I mean? Like, I like leagues where you able to go for it on fourth down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do what you got to do. Because I do feel that it's kind of balanced out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it used to be. You know what I mean? All right, though, man. 2 more rounds. I'm getting me. I'm getting me a what I need. What I said I was gonna get. Oh, a safety. I need one more safety for my sub linebacker. Need one more safety sub linebacker and a kicker, and we good. Get me a fullback out of free agency, and we Gucci, man. Definitely not the best team I've ever drafted, but we definitely gonna make it work with them, and we definitely gonna put some belt ass. Will I go win a Super Bowl with this team? Hey man, time is gonna tell, but it's probably gonna be a struggle to win, especially year one. I mean, even when I draft, the way I draft teams, I feel like I'm always better year two because I take a lot of young players. I mean, so by the time year two come around, usually my team has kind of matured. Um, So yeah, so I usually don't win these leagues in year one, but year two, that's usually when it's smoke in the city. Straight up. Bro, now they talking about going 25. I'm probably gonna go 22 and hop off because he's saying going 25. I don't think I need to go 25 though. Like I don't know what else. Like yeah, of course I still got holes. Like I don't have any linebackers. I only have one D tackle. I need another D tackle. Um, it's always nice to have another good tight end, but bro, I'm hungry in this motherfucker. So I'm gonna go 22, and that might be it for me. Or at least I'm gonna start. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They saying they going 25 now, so I'm for sure gonna be invested for 22 picks. But after that, I can't make no promise. Is it anymore? I feel like people gonna start getting. Is there any more dead kickers? Oh, damn. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping I could squeeze out one of them superstar kickers. I only seen one kicker get taken, so there's only one superstar kicker in the league right now. Kind of crazy, man. Fuck, Harrison is a superstar, right? Okay. All right. Hopefully, don't nobody picking. Somebody got a Rico Dow, man. My boy done balled his way into these fantasy leagues, man. Damn sure wasn't picking his ass before the season started. Damn it, bruh. Oh ass motherfucker, man. I knew that shit was finna happen too. I should have picked him on the last one. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I think that's the last one, man. I wish it did. Don't even show me who superstar number 9. Oh, is a superstar and he's 73 overall? Like, how does that work? How does that work? You 73 overall, but you're a superstar. Bro, okay. All right, this may be wild, but I'm gonna take the superstar punter, man. Now we need. All right, man. So they gonna go 25, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, y'all, so I can go ahead and get started on me some dinner. And so yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna eat real quick, and I'm gonna come back and get a little bit of undisputed work in, man. So hey, man, as always, I definitely appreciate everybody that come through. Check out the content, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time, man. Peace.